Oh, Julia is my staff. She just stopped by to say hello.
Oh, too bad. We should have caught her. We should have brought her in.
I know.
Welcome back to another episode of a Girl Business Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby, and today we are back in beautiful downtown Chico. We are right next door to our friend Shane Vane, and today I'm meeting with Lili at Lily's Bistro. And is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's Lily's Brazilian Bistro, right?
Yeah, Lili's Brazilian Bistro.
Lily's Brazilian Bistro. And we're going to talk about her work in the community and her passion of sustainability. She also has a radio show. And we're going to talk about her bistro, of course. And I'm going to let you do most of the talking while I enjoy this delicious banana caramel dulce de leche. It's like a coffee cake, kind of.
A coffee cake. Yeah,
It's delicious.
Like banana and dulce de leche. Oh my god,
It's
so
really good. So we can start with just as far back as you want to take it. Like, how did you end up in Chico and doing what you're doing? The girls love the details.
I
So
love it. Okay, let's do it.
yes, let's do it.
So I feel very happy to be in Chico, and what brought me
To Chico. It is a long story short, and I always say God brought me here. And so I had I'm going to go back a little bit. So I came to the United States for like about 4 times. And I came just for visit vacation and was working. And every year I had like 30 days vacation. And one time I went to Canada. I spent a year in Canada. I went to Europe. I spent almost a month in Europe in 3 countries. And then I start to come to United States. So, and I came to Florida. I came to Miami, the parks. So like, you know what? Why not be a child now again and just play all around? So my family is, my background, my family are very simple, hard work family. And so when when you have like this park, seasonal parks go to different neighborhood. So we had like the sparks coming to our neighborhood once a year, and we love to go. But my mom didn't have like money to put it like as much toys we want to go. So she like you choose one or two to go, and then you choose like this car or you choose that carousel,
Oh,
carousel.
the Ferris wheel thing?
Yeah, the Ferrari thing. Yeah. And then after that, like take like 5 minutes, you go all around, and in 5 minutes you're like, it's- you have all this energy like a dog. Like I want to run more, mom, I want more. And my mom feels like, oh, we we don't have more. It's like that's how I I felt like a dog that I always want more and more and more. And so as I grow, when I find out about those parks in Florida, like I want to go and I play for a week. I went to Universal, I went to Disney, I went all the parks that you can ever imagine. And then I felt satisfied to play all around. And even I wrote a book.
You did?
I did. So it is on the table right here, if I can.
Where?
Yeah, I can get this
please
for you.
do. I just got back from Florida and did all the parks.
You did?
Yes. So I
Amazing.
love going there.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so I wrote a book for a reason. So every time a customer come over here, they ask him that question, what brought you to United States, Lili? And I start to tell the story, what brought me to United States. Then I start to tell, then another customer walking in, and I couldn't finish the story. And they come back and like, yes, I want to hear more about it. Oh, give me just a minute. I'll be back, and I want to tell more, but I couldn't, and I have to go to the next customer and help them, with food and serving them. And they leave. Oh, Lili, we would love to hear your story. All right, we'll come back. We'll come back. All right, come back. I'll tell more. Then I can't believe it. I keep doing that and never finish the story. I want to finish, and they want to hear. So, I'm going to writing a book. So that's how my book started. and wasn't never added. So the way I speak, it is the way is the book. It is online, so you just can download the book for free and to hear more. That's what I tell my customer. Like, all right, if it's some reason somebody walk here and I can tell finish the story, you can download the book.
Oh
And
my gosh, how that is marketing genius. How cool.
so that is my story, my background, my family, and what brought me to United States. So that's what my first time in the United States. My second time in the United States, I came to San Francisco area, so I got to know San Francisco. The third time I came to New York, and there was another visit in New York, and that visit changed my life.
Really?
So was it 40 days before my trip? I had that fear. I never had a fear to fly, and I had a fear to to die, and but somehow I had a fear, and it was right in the time of in Brazil, as I was Catholic. In Brazil, have this 40 days before Wednesday. I don't know how you call here. But we pray for fasting and pray for 40 days. So that's what I did. I fast and I pray for 40 days just in case my trip was coming up and I didn't want to, like, at least I did some of my pray and God bless me and please help me in this trip. So the day come and then I flew to Dallas, Dallas, New York. I think it was Dallas in New York. No, it was the domestic airport in New York. And then everything was fine. I was happy. Thank God, everything's perfect. Then I start my trip because I want to go to New York. I want to go down to Philadelphia and drive back to New York and come back to Brazil. And as I was driving to Philadelphia, I had to stop. I met some friends, and there was a couple, and we went to stop in Atlantic City. Is it like a gaming thing? Anyway, so and it was very windy. And I got a call from my mom, my friends, like for me to be careful because it was something's going on in the weather, a hurricane, something like that, for me to be careful. And it was as I was driving, like it makes sense because I was driving and I feel it the window of the car was like boom, 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 boom. It was kind of scary.
Yeah.
So when I got in Philadelphia, it was like flood, like water everywhere. So I couldn't stay there. I have to drive back, and in that condition, in that weather condition, and there is much more happened this time, but I'll cut it out because it's a long story. And so when we were about to fly back, so we get a lot of notice from the airplane and telling that we might be changing my day because the weather, and it was okay. I was okay with that. But when it got there, they said, you know what? We don't need to change. Look like we're going to make it fine. And, all right. I was kind of scared because the weather was very bad and flying in that condition. And so they took off pretty easily. And as I was sitting down right in the back, and I start to, as was going flying, going up, well, the airplane is still like that. I start to smell like smoke in the back, like this is a smell like a cable burn,
Oh wow.
and I was like, and I like nobody seems like what's going on. Then like minute after, I see the flight attendant go running around, and they for 5 minutes they didn't say anything. I just see them because I was in the back, so we can see the group, them over there, just like freaking out, and then after that I heard we hear the pilot said that we had an emergency, and we're gonna now try to land, emergency land. And I was like, that moment, I freak out because I had like days before that feeling already, like, oh God, what's going on? Why I have this feeling that I'm gonna die, and why have this feeling that I have like I can stop this right now, or I can overcome this fear and just keep going. So I decided to pray for 40 days, fasting for 40 days. If I die, you know, I I did some pray, and so as you know, I'm still alive. I didn't die, so we land safe, and so everything was okay. But what changed for me that moment that it was, that feeling that you about to die, everything's going in your mind, and it just like, oh my God, I don't think I did everything that I should be doing this planet. My life is so like it's so short. How I can't die right now. God, please just make sure we land okay, and please help me to change my journey, that I'll do the best that I can in this lifetime to do what you want me to do. And
How powerful.
yeah, and that's what like it changed my everything. And then we land safe, and I decide that day that I want to, to do something that would be meaningful for, not just for me, but would also reflect in other people's life. Um, and I feel was definitely God, give me that second chance to live my life. And I didn't know how am I gonna do it, but I just start to acting out, like, like I feel this is should be that way. I have all these ideas that I want to do it, but I don't have time, and I just pray every day, and I still pray every day that that I'll make it that day important, and do the things that should be done in order for us to have a healthy, loving, healthy, and sustainable life. Um, that's that. Then I start the business, and I ended up um, moving to United States. What brought me here. I had my in this next the next year I had another trip to come again to United States, and this time my aunt, she was sick with cancer, and I got a book called Anti-Cancer, because that time I had my best friend mother, she died of cancer, and was like they find out about the cancer in 4 months, going to surgery, and she died. Then that happened to my grandma. She took a little while, but she died of cancer. My super grandma, and my aunt, that she also is my aunt that inspired me to be what I'm doing right now, because she was a great, amazing cook. And I loved the way she set up the table. She always wanted to have the family around the reunion, and it was very so she was very special, and for me inspired me to do what I'm doing now. And um so and it was just like, what the happened, what is cancer, what is it? And I got this book, and this book is this author. He wrote the book, and he before he was doing just a research what the cause of the cancer in other people, and so he put in the people in the machine, had this scan, and in their brain his focus was in the front area of the brain. Then one of his patients didn't come, and he ended up putting himself in the machine, and he find out that he had the cancer. He was doing the research. That research has to be now for his cure. So now he's working hard to survive, and he tells everything uh, in his book. So it was very a powerful book. And in the middle of the book, he tells a healing center, and it's in north of California. That's what brings me back to north of California. And then when I came here, when you read a book, you have I imagine a community center with, like, wow, I want to see this. And that's what brought me here, but it wasn't the way that I saw. It was something very small, and it wasn't clear, very clear. But I get it, what brought me here. And I feel like God brought me here, and for a reason. And, and the book was just a direction. And anyway, so and I got this. So I have a ritual with Native Americans by the ocean. It was very special, and I feel very happy, to be there and have that like is like a welcome, open door, in a spiritual way, that the Native of Americans welcome me here. So that was my first step. Then I went to Las Vegas. That I stayed there in Las Vegas for a year in a catering for Brazilians. As a long story, I'm shorting. You can see all details in the book. But as I was catering, so I started my business catering for Brazilians, and that's how I met my ex-husband. That I got married and moved to Chico, and it was a very unhealthy relationship that I have to leave, and so I left everything behind. I had nothing, and I just had my own self. I was homeless for 2 years. I barely speak the language. I had a very hard time to find a job. So it was just a lot of things that happened to me, and I very much appreciate all the friends, the small friends that I found that helped me out. Let me stay in their house for a little bit, and so it was very tough. So I couldn't go back to my country. I didn't have money to go back, and I stay, and it was my journey. But for that, just to survive this difficult in my life, was very powerful for me, because after I survive all this, after overcome, like, I can do anything. Like, nothing can take me down. I survive so much, for this journey. Like, God wants something from me. I survived. Now is my second time. Airplane, homeless, like, nothing can take me down. Just God. If God wants me to be here, you light up my way, my path, and guide me through. And that's what is happening, like, every single day. And I don't take for granted. I thank you, God, for that. Even in Buddhism, people say, oh, Buddhists don't believe in God. I do believe in God, and Buddhists do believe in God. There is there is a path of God between hell and heaven, and in every way, you find people from hell to heaven. Depend of your mindset, the way you feel, and so if you feel hate, angry, you definitely are in hell, and it is a mental and a hard states that bring us to hell or heaven. So I had to overcome, all the feelings, the negative feelings that was on me, and I pray, I chant a lot in order to, overcome, forgiving, and to move on in my own life. And that's what that path taught me, And I feel very grateful for that because without that, how I wouldn't have that loving and compassion, for the others. And that was very, very important for me. And I feel grateful for God. It was like a safe space to go to hell. I go to hell guided. Like I feel like God was just, help me just see here, look around and see how hell feels and go towards to heaven. I feel heaven. And I believe that we can create anything, that will be helpful for other people. And that's what come the community part with my experience. Have this experience come from very simple family and have my see I have a wonderful family, a wonderful mom. I had my dad already passed away, and was another thing that came very important to me. You see this picture here. My friend Jessie Naomi painting this and created this. So that's her arts, and there's the butterfly.
It's beautiful.
So in 2000, when COVID came, as I was coming out from my homeless, I got a job, and I found a house for me to live. Then COVID came. I lost my job, and like I cannot go back to that life. I'm not without being without house. It's not possible. I'm gonna. I don't care. And they say, no, you go file unemployment and you get it. I don't want that. I want to work. So I ended up going to work. I found a job in a COVID time, and I worked as much that I could to sustain my life. My life. And then my dad got sick. The same thing. Find out, oh, is it cancer? But it is not that aggressive. And but that was 4 months later, so he was is already like was dying. So I find myself like now I need to go to Brazil. I need to be with my father in like in the COVID time. And I say, I don't care what's going on. God, if God wants me to be there, God will find a way. And everything went smoothly, very smoothly. So it's just like, uh, if I tell like you, then you see the miracles, happen all the way in order to something can happen. As I say, you see in front of your eyes, like this divine divine things that happen to you. And it was like, and that is the right direction to go. So I went to Brazil. I stayed for 3 months with my dad. And then I came back, I want to stay more with him, but he didn't want me to stay with him. And he said, no, go in your life. So I flew back, and even I asked God, like, God, should I stay or should I go? The moment that I asked that, a bird flew to my mom's house inside. It's a big wall, and the bird flew that wall so high, flew down, and went through the door underneath of the stove. And I had to go underneath the stove, and the bird came to my hand. Yeah. What the heck? I know. Like, what? The bird, why the bird, like, flow like that? Go through the door and go underneath of the stove. Like, all right. So, and I went down there, and got the bird. And the bird came to my hand, and I was holding the bird. And, like, I just asked God, and, like, what should I do? And, like, let the bird fly, right? And that's what I answer. Like, go fly. So, all right, then I got my everything and I flew back to United States. Soon as I got here, remember I just get out of a homeless and I went to work. I had a house. Then that house I had to let it go in order for me to go to Brazil. Spend 3 months with my dad and I come back. I had no idea where I would stay. Right, so I stayed for a week, a couple of weeks with the lady that I was renting her house, and 2 weeks later, I got a call from place for me to have my own studio. Is a low income, like for people who was homeless. So I got an apartment. I was just like, wow, I definitely should be here. All right. So I lived in that place for a couple of years. Then as soon as I got then I met my partner, and I always had a dream to have a restaurant. And for 3 years before I got the restaurant, I was planning the restaurant. I was calculate the cost. I was doing everything. And then, like with that, like you homeless, what you doing? Like you thinking about have a restaurant? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, right? And so but I was doing like I had a time. I'm homeless. I was in the library, Chick State Library. I was just sitting there, and the time that I have, I was just planning everything, putting all the numbers together. I had everything. And the lady used to own this restaurant, Amanda. She was the one helped me to put some numbers together because I came here to interview her 3 years before, and she helped me put the business plan together, the numbers together. And I would have never imagined that I would buy the restaurant from her. So when the opportunity came, she sold the restaurant for me, and I had exactly the money she asked for. It was just like incredible. Like I couldn't imagine. I just like, oh my God, this is just like what's going on here. No, like sometimes I feel like it's you here, but God just like put you somewhere, and like magic feels like magic. But I recognize that I take action. I also recognize that I do the things I need to be done in order to be where I want to be. So is that was it. That here I am, Lili's Brazilian Bistro. 3 years now.
Has it gone by fast?
So fast.
Yeah.
So fast, and that journey teach me so much. As a business owner, I feel so happy. I just spent 10 days in Hawaii. I just came back from Hawaii for my birthday. I
Oh,
decided
happy
to.
belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, my birthday was last week, and I just decided I want to spend, some days in Hawaii and just for myself and celebrate my birthday, and I did, and that was a sign when you have staff, when you have a business, and you can be out of a business for 10 days. I feel successful.
Yeah, that's no joke. That's a long time to be away from a restaurant.
Very good.
Yeah.
I feel successful in that regard because time is the most precious things for me. Time, friend, family, and being a business owner, and I can cultivate that, and I feel very grateful for my staff, and and for me that I training them well. They can take over if I need to. And grateful. We were so grateful to your staff when you feel that you can take those days off. For 3 years, working like a horse here. When I was scared But I was also confident that, in 3 years, every day training, 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 again, again, again. And I just like, I got this. No matter what happened, I'll be in Hawaii. That day I worked 30 hours. I didn't sleep that day. Um, that the was I flew on Wednesday, so I worked many hours before I fly to Hawaii. It was just incredible. I was so grateful. Even I didn't sleep for over than 30 hours. I was like, yes, I got everything what I need to get done to be here. I'm gonna be 10 days in the beach. I love it.
So, what was the process like? I mean, you said you had exactly enough to get the restaurant, and you had been homeless before, and you were in Brazil. You went through all these things, and now you have keys to the restaurant. What was the process like from going from there to the successful business that you're running now?
Yeah, great question. I when I got the restaurant, so I had exactly the money she asked for. So I gave her all the money that I have, all my savings, everything. I gave it to her. So I got the restaurant, it was on Friday, June 17. And so I just had a time when in the process, just give me the key so I can clean and get this restaurant a little, clean a little way for me, my own style. So she gave the key 3 days before we signed a contract, and I moving in, and so I had opportunity to clean everything. And as I was cleaning, I was just coming to my mind, what am I going to cook? How am I going to open? And we signed the contract on the 17th, the middle of the night. Like I was after I cleaned, I went back home and I signed the contract, sent to her, and I have the key, and I have just to open. I had no chance to wait a minute to open because I need to make the rent. And I had no idea how. I just like trust God that you're gonna provide me. I had no idea how this is gonna happen. I just had to open, and that's what I did. So people walking by, they didn't know because I name it was Lili's Garden Bistro. So I didn't know that was a plant store or it was a restaurant. So I had to rename again to Lili's Brazilian Bistro to make sure they know it's a Brazilian food. But was the beginning, so I had like 13 days to make the rent, and every penny coming in, putting my savings, every penny just putting saving. By the end of the month, incredible, I had the money, exactly the money to pay the rent.
You were meant to be here, girl.
I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That moment, is just like incredible. Incredible because you have no idea, like your path. Like when you have the courage to step in a unknowing, you just step up. You have no idea what's going to happen. And I just trust that if you're meant to be, and you believe that you have no, if the door is open for you and you step in, you make it. You're going to make it. And I'm making for 3 years. And I was like, and here I am. 3 years. The process wasn't easy, as we were talking about. We don't work it for 8 hours. We work for over than 8 hours. I was here like by myself. So I have just 3 dishes that when I open, I have just 3 dishes. It was one vegan, one with chicken, and another one with feijoada, is the most popular Brazilian dish. And that's what I had. And the people come, I have just three dishes, that's it. And I have like a drink or a juice, that's how I have. And there was like every day we're making every day. But I was here like very early to prep all the food. I was the one cooking. I was the one serving. I was the one doing the dishes as well. And my partner Ryan, and he also helped me a lot. Then I have a friend's volunteer. As we are growing, I have his brother coming to volunteer doing some dishes, and I have his father come to do some dishes. I have like it was just a process as we're getting busier and busier. There is a point I remember that day I was leaving like here like 2 3 in the morning and had to come back early the other day. And one day it was like probably 2 a.m. in the morning. We got a very busy day, and Ryan was doing the dishes. So he has like 8 hours. Like his work at 5 to 9 or 9 to 5, and after that he come to do the dishes for me. And I remember he almost lay down like this on the sink, and like feeling so tired, and he's in his mind, I wish if anyone would have walked here and want to finish the dishes for me, he would have paid like $500, thousands of dollars. He would pay somebody who was show up just to do the dishes for him. And I remember that I put my hand in his back, and I said, like, remember this moment now, when God is so amazing that we're going to value so much somebody doing this job, because we know how it is to do this job. And one day we'll have a dishwasher, and we will value that person. Then we finish that day. Today we have a dishwasher, and he's the most amazing person and the most value that we have. Everybody's very valuable here in this company, and that's one thing that I want to create a business that, in the model that business, I want every single one work for me, also be the owner of this business. So as I'm progressing, I'm also learning, how works to be an employee owner. Have you heard about that? It's not a lot of organizations like that, but it's like the employee also own.
Oh, I think I know a grocery store that does that. Like a lot of grocery stores are employee owned.
Uh-huh.
So you've been looking into doing that?
Yes. So now, yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually to make a transition that is not, I'm not the only owner here. I'll be sharing, with my staff, so they eventually, when I'm not here anymore, they own, and they also, it's a business that can give it to everyone an opportunity to be a business owner, and they have a good retirement plan. They can retire earlier, so they can be with their family and do the things they like to do. So as the time progressing, so I know that's gonna happen. So I feel this is a sustainable way to create a business, so everybody's win.
Yeah, that's really special.
I think so.
I mean, just like you said, though, the fact that you can go 10 days and you have a staff that you really trust, I mean, that's incredible. And I know when I called and I was like, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of Lili. I have this podcast. Your staff was great. And they got the message over to you really quick. And I asked them, I said, do you like working over there? And they're like, oh, yeah, it's awesome. And you can just tell, like, sometimes I call places and it's like, what do you want? But that was not the energy here at all.
Oh,
So.
I feel so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
That's what I like. The people who work here, they love their job, and that's very important for me because it is so hard to work in a place that you don't like it. Yeah, so I know would love to give more benefits for them. I would love to, but I'm also have a compassion, for the business and for myself that we working is a work in progress, and I know we're gonna be there.
Yeah. And then you're also really passionate about sustainability.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I value. Like as will inspire me to open my own restaurant. So um, I go a lot at the farmers market to purchase my own food. And in America was very hard for me to find a food that I feel nurtured, and I want to healthy. I love burgers. I love fries. I love Japanese. I love Italian. I love all the food, but there was something about I want to just I like it, like I was comfort food for me. And so I was cooking for myself. I always cook for myself. I barely went in other place to eat. So I start to cook for myself. I always cook for myself, and so mainly for the food from the farmers market, and so I was eating very healthy, and I still doing that until now. So the farmers market was the place that I start to bring my food. So the salad, the mix of my salad, the salad mix, everything that I can get from the farmers market, I would get. So as we grow busy, and it's kind of hard because the farmers market doesn't have enough to for you, and so was the hard thing. The other things that as we go in accounting, so the farmers market, some vendors need to pay in cash. They don't accept credit card, and for accounting, as you know, we need documenting the purchase. So I would love to keep supporting local and all the local community that I can help, you know. So that's one thing that I like to do. The other thing that when we purchase from a local community, we prevent the transportation come outside of the local. So I feel like the more we do that, more business that can do that, we will, we have a more clean air. We'll have a more, more less traffic, and then plus compost my leftover is another thing that I can compost in my backyard. We have like a local community garden that we can compost too, and this can come back to the earth instead to mix out together in a garbage bag and put away, gonna go underneath of the earth with a bunch of electronic other kind of stuff. Though this is not like it's not gonna be if it's I believe that if it's separate more and more, like more value you get. So the planet will be more healthy if I can compost. So that's what I do. So I have my bucket of my can. Can you see two? Yeah. So one is my veggie compost, and the other one is the coffee beans that we do the coffee. And in my basket behind is the one that I go to the farmers market and get some produce. So it's a lot of work. I know it is, but one day I believe that I'll have a better system that will facilitate that. And I have a vision that a vision of that healthy, sustainable community that will have more research that can help me better. Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. A lot of great things, though, that you have in the works. Any other big, exciting plans that you have for the restaurant or for things that you want to do in the community or with sustainability?
Yeah, so I found a no-profit organization called Seeds of Love, and I have a vision for this no-profit organization to be a botanical garden. In the botanical garden, I can put it back my compost, have the more recycling, and you making arts is a school of arts and lifestyle change in a botanical garden. So it's a school of arts and lifestyle change inside a botanical garden.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's what I want. That's my next goal. It is have receiving land, a big land that I can building a school, and I also have a botanical garden with fruits, vegetables, and the fruits and vegetables that I can use here, at the restaurant, and also have like people is a kind of community, so people can live it surround of the botanical garden, so we can take care of the botanical garden as we go have this, the school can, teaching us a new lifestyle.
Yeah.
So with the new lifestyle, I believe that we can make the climate actually change. Because it is so easy to say, to blaming, the government or blaming the system that we have that, is because of that. Yeah, it is because of that. But what can you do to make the change? So, like, and I have the end of my show at the KZFR at the Lili Power of Love. I have my end. I end change yourself and change the world, and that's what I say. So I have to change my own self in order to change the world or to be example for others to do the same.
To be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
So you also have the radio station.
I
So
have.
tell the girls how all that started.
Oh
'Cause
my
that sounds
God.
really fun. I was interviewed this morning.
Oh yes. So I have the show already for 6 years, and I start as a fun thing to do. I was homeless when I started that show, and I want to the power of love. Call that because that's the love that I have for my community and for the planet as well. So, and also because that is the power of fear. And so a lot of things get done in this planet by fear. And all the propaganda, all the things make you move through the power of the fear. And I want something can happen through the power of love. And so I decided to have the show for broadcasting things that inspires and move us towards something meaningful that is going to actually affect positively our environment and our relationships, and going to positively and change people's life in a positive way.
And where can people listen to it?
Yeah, at KZFR, and every Friday, 6 p.m. at KZFR is www.kzfr.org. Oh, Julia is my staff. She just stopped by to say hello.
Oh, too bad. We should have caught her. We should have brought her in.
I know. She just says she's going. She's a student at Chick State, so she's probably going all over the place. And she just saw my car and saw the light. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's such a testament to you, though. Like, I don't know many bosses whose employee would want to just stop and say hi. Like,
Oh, she just did. She's the best, Julia.
that's a huge
Oh,
testament.
cute.
Yeah. So you've been in the restaurant now for 3 years, and you have a book, and you have big plans for sustainability and with the community, and you have the radio station Is there any other things on your plate that you have going on? I know as an entrepreneur, we are limitless ideas.
Yes, there's a lot going on, and I was working on this morning as a creating my business. I'm implementing systems so it can be easier for me. So accounting, inventory system, all this the operation system that making is going to make my life easy because now is everything's manually, but I'm implementing my system. And my next book will be I'll have my whole entire recipe, everything we serve here at the restaurant. Everyone will have the recipe. Everyone
doing
can.
a cookbook?
Yes,
Oh,
it'll be a cookbook.
exciting.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
that's really exciting.
that is my next project. It's a big project, but I'm working all this out together.
Did you do any work while you were in Hawaii for 10 days?
I did one. I
Yeah.
did one work. I was just because I have timeline, and I was actually in a work. I participate in a workshop that it is Go Green. So, and pretty soon. You guys are the first one know that pretty soon I'm gonna get my certificate of Go Green.
Oh, wow. What's
I
that going to
know.
allow you to do?
Um,
What does that allow you to do? What are your plans with this certificate?
Yeah, so I went in a training, how to go green. So just a simple change your lights, so you reduce, saving energy. Change some of the equipment, so you also can go green. But we go beyond that. We do compost. We do our oil that was going to be biodiesel. We're gonna do, there is so much more that we do. So we're gonna get that certificate um, this Friday.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
That's kind of a big
you.
deal. Or do they give you like a sign that you could put in your window? Like, we're
Yes.
certified green?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
We're gonna receive that.
wow. I'm going to try to remember to wear green on Friday
Oh
to honor your new
Oh, thank
your
you.
new certificate. That's really exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah, I feel pretty happy. But
Yeah.
as you know, take a work and take actions is if I have to say like something, take action is actually what move me, towards the things that I want to get done. It's not easy. It's work. My first meeting today starts at 7 a.m. I'm implementing this system. So that's what I want to say that, change yourself, change the world, and take the steps to change. So, and one thing that I appreciate being a Buddhist now, because I was Catholic my entire life, and we are taught to pray, but we're not taught to take action. We're taught to pray, and to just keep praying and do nothing, and was just like doesn't work. You pray and take action, pray and take action. As a Buddhist, we learn that actions is actually the things that is going to take actions. Without actions, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's like the universe likes to help people that help themselves,
I agree.
and that's the action.
Yeah.
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 Any other words of advice you'd like to share? Anything else you'd like people to know about your business, or anything else you'd like to touch on today?
Well, if anyone wanted to read my book, I'll share with you the code so they can download for free. That's my book. I'm working on in the next book is a cookbook. And I would love to share more. There's a lot of things coming soon. It was a work in progress, and I very much appreciate Shelby to be interesting to know more about me.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You have a beautiful story, so thank you for for meeting with me. I know that you are a busy lady, and I really appreciate it. And I just, it's, I think the best part of this journey is every woman that I meet, I see our similarities, and I see a little bit of me and them, and vice versa. And we definitely have that. So it was a beautiful, beautiful interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would love to take some shots. We'll do like a little tour.
Oh, yes,
That would be
definitely.
really
I'll be
fun.
more than happy to do that. Let's
And-
do it.
If any of the girls are interested in coming to the restaurant, what are your hours?
Oh, we are open every day except on Wednesday. Every day, 11 to 8:30.
Perfect.
And once a month just once a month on Wednesday, the second Wednesday of the month, we have the Brazilian Steakhouse dinner special. Everybody like a Brazilian restaurant. You are not Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah, we are not Brazilian steakhouse. I mainly share my family recipes here. And about once a month, we do the Brazilian steakhouse so we can be satisfied eating a lot of meat. We serve 18 cuts of meat.
Oh my goodness.
18 cuts of meats, and our meats come from a local farm, Bradley and Son. So if you ever come across here in Chico, California, go get some meat from Bradley and Son. It is one of the best meat ever. Tender, organic, grass-fed meat. We also have our eggs come from also our local farm. Free eggs, free freedom, taste of freedom. Oh my God, so many names. And I also
They're not free.
they're not free. Yeah, taste of freedom. So I can share all the local vendors that we work with them. Also, so I would love to promote them, so they can grow as well as I grow. Yeah, so that's what we have. Once a month, second Wednesday of the month, we have the Brazilian Steakhouse. We serve all the meats, all the drinks, all you can drink, mocktails, all you can drink. The alcohol, we serve 1 glass of wine, is a local wine, or our cocktail that we make at house. And we're going to have events over here, like often have a musician come over here. We're going to have like a movie day. I have a group of friends who want to have a dinner movie day. So I'll post it on my website. If you go to lilisbrazilianbistro.com, you see. We're not working with DoorDash or any other delivery anymore because we are the one delivering. I'm delivering myself. So we are doing that through our website. If you purchase certain amount, we won't charge you the delivery fee.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I know you have the Facebook for the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then do you also have an Instagram or YouTube or anything else that we
Yeah.
can share?
So all the social media on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is at Lili's Brazilian Bistro. All the same name. And our website, lilisbrazilianbistro.com. And my email, info@lilisbrazilianbistro.com.
Perfect. And you cater as well, right? If
We
anyone's
do catering. Oh my God, the end of the year. It's just, we get busier and busier with catering. So if you want to order anything, please give us a call, 530-399-0675.
Perfect. Well, thank you girls for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Go over to Lily's page and like and share and subscribe all of her stuff as well. And let's get into a little tour.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. So here's our dining room that I feel it is the dining of my house. So I want you to feel that this is my house, extension of my house. So I have a small kitchen, but here I have a bigger kitchen so I can welcome more friends. They can sit here and feel they are in my own place. I used to have a couch here that was representing my living room, so the people used to sit and see but as we grow, I need more seats. And this "Marry Me" love sign. It is we have a staff. He work here. He just got married, and he just got married a couple of weeks ago, and he proposed to his wife now here at the restaurant. She also used to work for us, so he proposed. So we decided to keep it the "Marry Me" and the love sign, so people can, to see it. That's the reason why I have the "Love Me, Marry Me" here.
And you have a lot of artwork here.
Yeah, those artwork come from a beautiful lady. Her name is Anne Brunch. She I'm telling a little bit about her story. She used to be feel depressed, and she found art as a healing for her, and she started painting, and you can see it is amazing arts. And so she painted those arts, and she exposed arts over here over the years, and now she has so many arts, so she's getting slowed down. She's a lady, and so she gave me the arts, and it's very special, and I want to share that because Anne Brunch become one of my best friends. So we get together once in a while, and she used to be a chef as well.
Aww.
So it's just a wonderful friend, an amazing painter, artist, and that is her story, a little bit about her story over here.
So you really do have like so much community in your restaurant.
I do, yeah.
I love that.
Value so much because I feel this is my nucleo, and if I can survive and support other people over here, that's how I would be happy. But I'm giving back to my community, and that's what I want. It's just that's the sustainability for me.
Yeah. And you have a little performing area over here?
I have a performing area that we just performed.
Yeah, we did.
And I have a beauty bar as well with a local wine. Now we have this local winery that we serve our wines, so we love that. And he is my kitchen. So let's go the other direction. Here, that's my coffee area. So we have espresso, we have our acai bowls that we make here. And here's my kitchen. Is the place that Ryan, my partner, he was like this, so hard with so many dishes. This was special, and I'm so thankful for my staff. So today we close, and usually we close once a week. Today is the Wednesday, and usually we close on Wednesday. But that's what we do here. We prep our food, yummy, tasty food over here. The one thing that next year we're gonna become a gluten-free, 100% gluten-free restaurant. So I want to share that with you. That's my next step. On January 1st, 2nd actually, we're gonna take a week break. On the second we open as a specialist on gluten-free. Everything's gonna be gluten-free.
That's a big deal. A lot of people look for that, and it's hard to find.
It is a big deal. Yeah.
Good for you.
I know.
I have a couple girlies that they have to be gluten free, and they always ask when I interview at the restaurant, so I'll be sure to let them know to stop by.
Yeah, gluten-free. Oh my God, I know.
Was it a big process to get that?
I mean, we naturally are more gluten-free. Our dishes are 100%, our entrance dishes are 100% gluten-free. So it won't be that big. It will be big because I'm changing the recipe, the original recipe used to be using wheat flour, normal wheat flour, and now we're just changing our flour for, I have to create that's the process of creating a new recipe without use wheat. Did I say right? Wheat like flour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Anyway, so that's it. Then we have as our information as the old time, right? Right now in our refrigerator, and that's what we need to buy, what we need to prep. Yeah, what else can I show you? Oh yeah, let me show you our compost here. I already brought the compost to this area over here. Oh, they're very important to tell. Our rice is local rice, come from Ritter Valley, and that's the rice we use in our restaurant. And we also sell their rice over here in case people want to buy their rice. So it's local rice here, and I'm so proud to have their rice over here. And I visit every month. I go to their farm and I see the progress of the rice is coming out and how they do it, and it make me feel so good to know where my ingredients come from. As you see here, so those are the tomato season come, and I got a lot of tomatoes from farmers market, so I produce my own tomato sauce for my pastas.
Looks delicious.
If they want to know more information about the Brazilian Steakhouse, here's the more information of the Brazilian Steakhouse, and that's what I serve. All you can eat.
And that's the second Wednesday of the month?
Second Wednesday. As I was telling you about, so that's my compost that I'm taking for my garden, and that's the coffee beans as well. I always want a love sign, and it was so expensive, and I couldn't find. And it was in my mind, I want a love sign that I can put over here. And I found this on Facebook, and a lady, she got married, and she made it this. A friend of her made it. This, you can see, it is a wood. It's not plastic, and it was just a very special. It come from her wedding, and I just went there and I took it, and it was just perfect here. Perfect.
It does
just
fit perfectly.
Yeah, it was just like incredible. Like, oh my God, I would just want something like this, and it just like boom, magic, right there. Go get it, yours.